Hey everyone, it's your boy Lock Tech back at it again with another video. Little light pack today because it's all the major tech has been released already for this year. But I've got three things I want to talk about, one of which is a rumor. More like four things, two of which is a rumor. So first off the docket, let's talk about Lexar. You may have known them because they are a well-known USB drive brand, and in more recent years they make memory sticks, RAM sticks for PCs. So apparently they're releasing, or haven't released, or about to release a CL26 timing latency RAM sticks at 6000 megahertz, which is the ideal frequency, and even below the CL30 that AMD recommends for the Expo for top performance for AMD systems. Overall, they look pretty clean. They have like little RGB lines on them. You've seen one RGB line, you've seen all of them, but they look pretty clean. They're not too glaring like really bright or anything like that from what I've seen with the photos. But no prices yet. They have announced regarding this RAM kit, but it's CL26. It's also supposed to have like way slower, faster nanosecond frequency latency. I think it was like 55 nanosecond or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but it's like supposed to be really fast, and supposed to be faster than all the Corsairs, the G-Skills, and the Kingston CL30 RAM. I will have that left to be seen because I always stay tried and true. Most of the time I alternate between Corsair, G-Skill, and Kingston RAM. Kingston is like an OG in the RAM game, so my mind is either on one of those three. I have to see the performance in person instead of just what they say to actually gauge what performance I'm getting for them. And if they're priced like their other RAM sticks, they're going to be pretty pricey versus compared to similarly spec Corsair or G-Skill RAM with CL30 timings. But we'll see when it's released if it hasn't been already. Next up on the docket number, the second thing I want to talk about is there's a rumor going on, one of which is the 5070 Ti. The current one, which is 4070 Ti, is I believe 12 gigabytes of VRAM, and the new one, there's rumors going on that saying NVIDIA's thinking of putting it up to 16 gigs of VRAM, which is like the default for mid to high range AMD GPUs. So if they do that, that'll be great. That'll be following AMD steps as far as VRAM capacity, and not jibbing you and charging all this money for like 8 gigs of VRAM again, like how they did with the 4060 and 4060 Ti. I don't know why those cards exist, but knowing them, they could probably jack the price up. Even if they have the 16 gig capacity, they could jack the price up because you know the nickname of Nvidia. So they're supposed to release the 5070 and 5060s TIs and their non-TI variants first quarter of 2025, and announce them on CES 2025 as well, which is in January. So we'll see if they commit to the 16 gig VRAM buffer, or if they can give us overhype methodology like they like doing and then charge your arm and a leg for underperforming products. So we'll see. Next rumor on the ticket now is a 5060 Ti. The current 4060, as you know, on the Ti are 8 gigs of VRAM, and they're saying they might consider putting it to 10 or 12 gigs, the new gen ones, which would be again following the Intel B580 Arc Battlemage footsteps, when their current one that just released were 12 gigs of VRAM. That's still left to be seen. I'm not holding my breath on Nvidia and their pricing, and even committing to their pricing versus their VRAM, because they're just like money. So we'll see what the 5060 and 5070 and their TI variants have to offer, and if they do commit to bigger VRAM than 8 gigs and don't release any 8 gig VRAM GPUs, it'd be a miracle, because they're dead. Why are you still making 8 gig VRAM video cards? Why? No, just stop it. No, nothing should be lower than 10, 12 gigs at minimum. Next on the docket, we have, for you late holiday shoppers, they have as if this video is currently still in stock, but if you're still looking for 7800X3D, not that the 9800X3D is nowhere to be found. As I mentioned earlier in an earlier video, how there's a price gouging and it's sold in a few minutes. If you want to settle for the last gen, it pops on Amazon earlier today or yesterday at MSRP, because you know there were a lot of complaining about price gouging for the 78X3D from AMD, and how people were charging $500, $600, $700, $800 plus for this stupid chip. So scalpers aside, If it's still available, good for you, more power to you. But I'm not holding breath because when stock comes in on Amazon, it just goes out and it's a waste of time. So for you late holiday shoppers, if you haven't gone holiday shopping yet for your PC stuff, check it out if you want. Next up on the docket, we have, again, the same repeat cycle of the lack of supply for a very good product. Remember what I said prior, the problem with good products is supply meeting demand or demand meeting supply. Vice versa. Because like the 7800X3D when it was launched, sold out in the first day, and now recently the 9800X3 sold out in minutes, and now stock is like a dead space, and they claim to be trying their hardest to restock the 9800X3D because everyone was looking for the 9800X3D because of the performance gains, and for once AMD didn't overhype something that actually met what they were marketing it as, and it is the fastest chip on the market now, especially for gaming. So if you want to settle, since you can't get your 9800X3D, or you're on a big old waiting list to like 2 months from now because no stock is nowhere, even Microsoft doesn't have it, get the 7800X3 if it's available. Good luck to you. But Intel Arc B580, just like the predecessor of the AMD and the current 9800X3D, they sold out within the first couple hours of launch. So congrats to Intel for actually getting back some consumer trust, even though they're still in hot water with the 13th and 14th gen chips, because you know that mess how it happened and what they did and how they handled it very poorly. GPU division is not doing the bad footsteps of the Intel CPU division of performing or putting out lackluster products and charging an arm and a leg. So I'm happy that they got some of their consumer trust back and some sales back, considering their loss off the Dow and their stocks dropped like crazy, especially with the CEO leaving and stuff. So I'm happy, I wish them the best, but they can't find a B580 anywhere. Just like you had the previous ones I mentioned. So good luck to you if you're looking for a budget-oriented system, or if you want to settle for the scalper, because no, the scalper in this product now, price gouging. So let's call it holiday price gouging. Now, something that's supposed to be $250 MSRP at launch, a good brand that does no price gouging for the B580 Arc Battlemage is a brand called Gunir. Gunir, G-U-N-N-I-R, is a very well-known Intel GPU-based manufacturer. They made the last gen Arc and other things as well, and it's a nice white card, but why are their price gouging $400+ for something that should be $250, or if you want to put in AAB fees, probably $20, $30 more, like the ASRock Steel Legend B580, which is at $270. But why are we charging $400+ for something that's supposed to be $250 MSRP? So here we go, the vicious cycle starts again with price gouging, now a little bit closer to the holidays. I don't know what y'all think, but I think it's ridiculous. Y'all tell me in the comments down below what you think with the stock supply issue on both fronts for AMD and Intel. And do you think they're ever going to regain the stock that they claim they're going to have or claim that they're trying to do? Let me know what your thoughts are, comments down below. Let me know what you think about the price gouging again for yet another manufactured GPU. Let me know what you think down below. And until then, this is your boy Lock Tech signing out.